Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wandering Village. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and today we're going to be checking out the villager update. There is improved AI, there's improved villager happiness, or changed villager happiness. There are some new mechanics in the game and some new buildings, and I'm super excited to check them all out. Now, to do that, I've decided that we're playing on veteran mode, but we don't have any modifiers today, so it shouldn't be too challenging. Maybe just a little regularly challenging, you know? Because of course, back in December, I had released a whole bunch of videos with extra hostility modifiers, and it was all very challenging. And we were trying to do 8 hostility modifiers, and it was just so difficult. And it got a bit frustrating because Onbu kept kicking us off his back. Oh my goodness, 94% efficiency? I'll take it. And yeah, I had to take a little break from this game, but then I saw the villager update was out and I knew I had to come back and play some more with my favorite dinosaur. So we are here. We are back on Onbu's back doing all sorts of wonderful things. Do we want to do? I mean, that right there is 71% efficiency. That is very good. That is also 71% efficiency. 76% efficiency if we go there. Right, let's drop another one in. We're going to have 2 berry gatherers from the start, and I don't think that's a bad idea. That was a farm, so let's put an air well down next to that. And a water tank should go in this area as well. And we probably want a pantry, and at some point we're going to want a kitchen as well. So we'll just kind of stick all of those things in there. Material storages we're going to want at some point. We're also going to need a mycologist so we can start getting food for our little Onbu. I always like when you can put it near the front. The mushroom gatherers have one over there for now. And the herbalist we're going to need. I think let's stick that fairly central. Yeah, let's just stick it up here. That will be fine. Because our doctor's going to go near that. So, looking at the screen, you can see that there are some changes. The user interface has changed. So we've got Onbu happiness, our villager happiness up here. And currently we've got some homeless villagers because this one tent isn't built. So with that, you know, it's not perfect. We're getting -1 actually. If our villagers get too unhappy now, they will actually leave. They won't stay on Onbu's back. They'll just get fed up and they'll go, which is very bad. We don't want to be losing our villagers. We've got a new resources tab here, so we can click on that and see what resources we have. We can sort them, which is all very cool. We've also got our Onbu view, and you can see that these are a little bit smaller than they used to be because they used to be over on the right-hand side, but now they're here. They're a little bit smaller, so we have the same things there. And of course, we've got our map view, and we can see, oh, we're heading straight into a desert. That is a difficult start, but it's fine because we've got the berries because I chose no hostility modifiers. So we've got berries to start, so it's not going to be a problem. We're going to be able to survive that. And we've got some nomads coming up. And so we can see up here, it's got, 2 out of 5 for the temperature, 3 out of 5 for the humidity, and currently we don't have any toxicity out of the 4 levels possible for that. So everything's looking good. I like the new display. I think this is a bit smaller for Onbu's stuff because it used to be bigger over in the corner. Which maybe is a bit more difficult for you guys to see, but I guess if there's something really interesting, I'll just zoom in, right? So, bing, bang, boom, it'll be fine. Right, let's get in our basic buildings here. We need a worker post. We're going to need our research buildings. We haven't even started with that yet. So let's get these in. I like to do 2 of each, so we'll put those in. I don't know if we want to do some roads already too. It seems a bit early for roads, but you never know. You need your roads. Oh, I put that really close to the farm. That's fine. The farm could be just down the bottom. You never end up using all the spaces anyways. Actually, you know what? You can just make it all like that. It's fine. Stick your beets in, and you can get going with that one. Let's prioritize the air well here, and I think that's going to be okay. Oh, actually, we need to prioritize the berry gatherers. What are we doing? Get some. Oh, you've got one this one over here. That one's fine. They do have some berry gatherers, so we're not going to have too many food problems. At least not right away. Right. I think we can take time on a little bit faster here. Everything seems to be going very smoothly. We do need to get them to go gather some resources, though. So let's make sure that they're grabbing all the trees they can. All right, and our research is in. I think we'll start off with the kitchen. The kitchen's always a good one to start with. But we'll try to take a look at the research tree because there are some new things in here worth noting. We have other housing options now. We've got a flop house and a boarding house. Now, both of these are low quality housing. I guess this one's low quality. This one's adequate housing. But people who live there, because they're so cramped in there, because it fits 30 villagers, they're more likely to become poisoned. So that's kind of a cool new thing that's in there. We also have a step before the community plaza with the town square. So now there's a town square. If it has 3 staff in there, so that's fully staffed, you can have temporary boost of happiness by holding events. So we have some new events, hopefully. We'll have to see what those look like once we have that researched and put in. Right, our second berry gatherer has gone in, so we should be getting tons and tons of food here. We've also got our first farm in, so we've got the beets growing. So food-wise, we should be okay, but as soon as we go into the desert, the beets are no longer going to grow, and we'll have to start thinking about how we're going to get water so we can have mushrooms growing. All right, Onbu is officially up, and he is walking. He's heading to go get these nomads and adding to our village. All right, some nomads are looking to join us, which is exciting, so we can pick them up, of course. 2 healthy people have joined our village, so we're going to need another home, so we'll put another tent in over here. And they're coming straight in to get to work. Oh, and we're going through a bit of rain, which is good. We're to decide what we want to get next. Let's take a look at the research tree. Now, it might be a good idea to get the village doctor to make sure that if we go into a jungle, we won't get poisoned. However, we're not going into a jungle, are we? We are headed into a desert, so we might want to get cactus so that we can get water. So let's do cactus next so that we can have water. Because we don't know how long we're going to be in the desert. It could be quite a while, and we're still going to want to be getting herbs, and we're still going to want to be getting mushrooms while we're in there. And of course, food-wise, we're fine because we've got the berries. This does mean our beets here, we're going to be only harvesting because they're not going to be growing. It's too hot in here for them. And of course, now we're going through a heat wave, so it's too hot for these, our mycologists as well, and the herbs, but that's okay because once we get out of the heat wave, it will be back down to normal, so we'll just leave that like that for now. And our poor airwell guy can't do anything, so we can close that up. We can also open this so we can start getting some herbs in over here. And you know, I'm really happy with how this is all coming together. Our kitchen's already here, so I think I'm going to stick the kitchen over here on the corner. It's going to be kind of between the mycologist and our farm, because if we push comes to shove, we can make some food out of the mushrooms as well. The other thing though is we might want another kitchen that's just for berries, so we could stick another kitchen in somewhere. Actually, this one's really close to the berries as well, so I think we'll be all right. We'll just have this one here for now. We might put another one up here later on, maybe in this area somewhere. It's just for the berries, and then we can have a wider variety of food, and a wider variety of food, of course, is going to increase happiness for our people. They're already pretty happy because they've got beets and berries, so that is giving them +2. Of course, we don't have any food quality yet, but that's okay. It's all coming together, and look at them putting in the road so quickly. We do need to make sure that they are gathering resources though, so let's just make sure we've got these highlighted. And we're still gathering things because we do need some stuff constantly. All right, our research is now done. So cactus plantation has been researched. I don't know, we're going to need the Onbu stuff going in pretty quick too. Now, I always wonder if getting hornblower early doesn't really matter because Onbu won't listen to you because he doesn't really care that you're there. I mean, it helps once you've fed him once or you've, healed him once or gave him pets or something. At the beginning, he doesn't really listen. So I don't know if hornblower is what I need to get straight away or if we're better off to get an Onbu pharmacy to make sure we can heal him or the kitchen to make sure we can feed him, or should we just be looking after our own people? What if we went a village doctor or scavenger out? You know what? Let's go scavenger out. I love being able to scavenge the resources in the area, especially when you see things like a settlement over here. We could be sending villagers there now, getting some more villagers to come on to Onbu's back. And also collecting things like sand, which is a very difficult resource to find later on in the game. Right, cactus plantation is done, so we can switch this over to cactus, and we need to be planting and harvesting that. May even stick an extra worker in there because it is going to be pretty important to have the cactus to make sure we can still grow things when we're here in the desert. Now, it's been a while since I've played this game, of course, because I did take a break of about a month of playing this game, but when I saw the villager update was out, I just had to get back into it, and I hope that you're as excited as I am to be playing the Wandering Village once again. And if you are, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any Wandering Village fun. We are coming up to our first choice, and the desert is changing, which means that's kind of the barrier where we're going to be affected by things like poison. Of course, that doesn't count for the desert, but things are going to get tougher once we cross that line into the darker sections. Looks like the other way, we might be getting a mountain biome over here, which would be fine. It would just be a bit cold. It means our cactus won't grow anymore. I honestly don't care which way Onbu chooses to go. We will manage either way. Our scavenger hunt is now researched. So I think let's go for the village doctor and let's get a scavenger hut put in. Oh, do you know what? We're going to have a hard time building the kitchen and the scavenger hut because I forgot to put in a carpenter and stone cutter, and we're definitely going to need those. So let's just stick those in. I think doesn't fit there. It just fit here though, so let's just put those in here. So carpenter and stonecutter going in over here, and that means we're going to be able to get the planks and things. Those are going to be pretty crucial to our success here. So we can't obviously build the scavenger hut or the kitchen until we have those planks and slabs. All right, I am curious, which way are you going to go, Onbu? Are you going to take us into the mountains? Nope, he's keeping us in the desert. Okay, so he's decided to stay in the desert, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind the desert. We'll be just fine. We're all set up here. We've got our cactus growing strong. We've got our berry bushes keeping us well fed. No one's going to be having a bad time. Just actually, to be fair, we don't have that many berries. 28 at the moment. All right, let's take a look at the research tree because village doctor is now done. We might want to think about Onbu things next, or we could go. Now, corn is like double the time for researching, but it means another food source. But I think our people are fine for food sources at the moment. We could get dung collector, but I don't think we need that just yet. Although actually, dung collector is not a bad idea because then we can get the decontaminator once we've got biogas being made. I think we're going to go for Onbu though. Let's go with the hornblower to start. And the village doctor we're going to put up in here near to where our herbs are growing. And also quite central to our village. Right, we need a worker to be able to come into here. So I'm going to have to we'll close that for now. Get one person coming in there. And then as soon as this is built, the other person who's now unemployed can go into the stone cutter. There we go. And so we've got a person working in the stone cutter and the carpenter. And that means we're going to be able to get the kitchen and the scavenger hut in nice and quick here. Now our food is going down, which is a bit concerning. We do need that to be kind of better. We've got only 4 in reserve at the moment. Everyone's gone to get their food. So I do want the kitchen to be prioritized over the scavenger hut. So I want to make sure that they're bringing in any planks and stone slabs that they make into the kitchen, because we can be using our food more efficiently then. And also if we do run out of food, we are able to make food out of the mushrooms because there are tons and tons of mushrooms here. In fact, there are so many mushrooms lying around here. We need to get a spot to store them. Right, our research though is going really quick, especially since we've got time ticking on just so quickly. We're going to be going for the Onbu pharmacy next, I think. Although, yeah, I think Onbu pharmacy is fine. We need to just get the Onbu things ready so that Onbu is going to be nice and safe in the future. And let's get our hornblower going in as well. That'll take a little bit of time. We're not in a rush for that one. Onbu's getting tired, so he's going to sleep soon, but he also is coming up to an Onbu feeding spot, which is also fine because he's at 27% hunger. But he is very tired, and he is choosing to sit down here, and then when he wakes up, he'll have food, so that's, perfectly sorted. I'm going to take someone out of the mycologist, actually, because they are just being so efficient over here. There are mushrooms just sat everywhere. We are going to need to get a storage for those, because they do go in the material storage, and I think it's nice to have the material storage kind of close to our carpenter and stonecutter. Then the mushrooms can also go in there as well. So just stick that up there. We'll prioritize that. It's an easy build so that people can hopefully do that quite quickly. Now, the other thing is we only have 2 general workers at the moment, and I don't think we have any other employees available. We have quite a lot of people doing jobs. No, we should have 1 person available, right? Because we took them out of the mycologist. So let's get 3 in there. Oh, more research is done. Onbu pharmacy is already done. They're so quick. I guess we have 4 people researching though. So I guess it's not that surprising. Let's go the Onbu doctor next. Then we'll get the Onbu kitchen and the feeding trebuchet next. I'm going to put the Onbu pharmacy up here near our herbalist so that we could be making herbs and then kind of bring them over this way. And it's kind of all sort of together. There's a chance that we'll probably put another herbalist. Actually, hold on. I've changed my mind already. I think there's probably a very good chance that we'll put another herbalist in this area because it's quite a lot of farmland right over there. So if we put another herbalist in there, that'll be fine. Ooh, dear. Our villagers are dissatisfied. Some of them will leave if their needs are not addressed in time. Sorry, what's the problem? Oh, we're hungry. Uh-oh. The villagers are displeased. If their happiness remains below 0 for more than 1 day, 9 hours, 3 villagers will leave your village. What? Why are we hungry? We have food. Is there not food? There are berries. Go eat, you silly gooses. They seem quite miserable. Why? Go eat. You have food. You are literally the berry carrier. If anyone has food immediately accessible, it's you. Right. I think they're fine now. There's still 2 hungry people. Oh no, 5 people are hungry actually. Go get food. There's food aplenty. All right, our next research is done. We were going to go for the Onbu kitchen, so let's get that in. That means the Onbu doctor is ready, so we can stick the Onbu doctor up here. We still seem to have a few hungry people, which is really surprising. Like, go eat. We have, I mean, there's not a ton of berries to be fair, but we have 4 people picking berries. The efficiency should be fairly good here. There are actually 5 berries in the pantry. I mean, it's not a ton of food to be fair. Like, I get that, but there is food. That's the point. Right, Onbu is now waking up, so he's going to be continuing on, which is fine. He's going to get himself some breakfast, which is great. All right, our Onbu pharmacy is already built, which was very quick. We're going to actually close that though, because we don't need to be making Onbu medicine at the moment. He doesn't have any poison level. And our Onbu kitchen is now researched. It's all going very quickly. Let's get the feeding trebuchet in next. The Onbu kitchen, I'm going to put over here somewhere. So we may make another mushroom farm kind of in this area, a bit closer to that. This one could be for the villagers. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so the kitchen is now in. We're going to have to take some researchers, I think, and I'm going to stick them into the kitchen. We are going to be making berry muesli, and hopefully more efficiently using the berries, of course, because when you have 3 berries, you can make 5 food. So it is way more efficient. So that's our hope here. And then hopefully our people won't be so hungry, so they won't be so miserable and upset with us. All right, Onbu is coming up to a crossroads fairly quickly here. And one of the options is into an ocean biome. And an ocean biome this early is not beneficial at all because we don't have any of the things we need to deal with being in the ocean. We don't have a seawater collector. We can't do anything with the water. But I do love an ocean biome. So if Onbu does choose to turn in there, I won't be that upset. Ooh, and it looks like there are some nomads here. And of course, we're going to be happy to get more villagers. More villagers means more workers. Of course, that does mean they need more food and things, but we'll see. We've got our hornblower constructed. No staff at the moment because we don't have any spare workers, which is fine. We'll get some staff in there when we get a little bit closer. And we'll try to, see if we can convince Onbu of which direction to go. We'll see if it works. Oh no, and our first sandstorm is coming. So yeah, I think we probably, do we want to head into the ocean though? Admittedly, no, I really don't want to head into the ocean. It is way more dangerous, but at the same time, we can start researching. We could start researching seawater collector. We're not going to be able to do anything with it for quite some time though. Like the seawater collector and fishery would be very good, but there's no way we're going to have it built in time, We might be better off going wheat harvesting and then trying to get the windmill and bakery in a bit quicker. I mean, the decontaminator is also going to be pretty important, which means actually we're going to need the dung collector. Let's go dung collector. The sooner we can start collecting those types of resources, I think the better off we're going to be, because currently we have no way of dealing with if there's like poison spores on his back. All right, Onbu is unsure if, either way we're going into an ocean. Okay, well, one way has a sleeping spot and it doesn't have that toxic cloud thing, so I think we're going to go for that. Let's get a worker in here as quick as we can. And we're going to try to convince Onbu. Oh, he's accepting our command. Good. We're literally just going this way because I want to avoid this light sandstorm. And that's nice that Onbu's accepted our command. I mean, usually he doesn't. But this way we've got a sleeping spot. We're still going to get some villagers. Either way, we're going into an ocean. So let's avoid the sandstorm if we can. Makes sense to me. And then Onbu gets a nice sleeping spot. Not that it would matter because in the desert, you don't get poisoned when you're on the ground. So we would have been just fine. Right, the food situation seems to be a little bit better. We do have some berry mueslis coming in, going out constantly. Our people don't seem to be unhappy now. They're not necessarily happy, but they're not unhappy. And they do have some food quality now, which is good. All right, we've got some fresh air. Onbu's going to be sleeping. Our scavenger hut is under construction, which is good. And we've got another research. So I think maybe we go seawater collector. We are heading into the water. It's not the worst thing. If we get that, we're going to need the compost heap up soon as well. The dung collector, though, we can start putting in. It's way back here. We'll build a road down to it as well. Just is what it is, isn't it? Way back there. Onbu did not sleep for very long there, but of course he had just recently slept. So we are going to be heading into the water, but you're going to have to see what happens in the water in the next episode because we are out of time for today. If you are as excited about the Wandering Village as I am, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.